So now we're into the annual general meeting bit of the town council. As the first item currently involves me, I need to swap chairs with the vice chair, so I can administer this part of the meeting. While that's it, I'll send the attendance track all around. So you're now the chair.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Chair. Former Chair. We've come to ask for nominations to elect the Chairman of the Council and to receive the Declaration of Acceptance. Have we any proposals for Chairman, please? Councillor Patterson?
Can I please nominate Councillor Dallin Clifford?
Councillor Dallin Clifford, thank you. Have we seconded? Yeah, thank you. Any other nominations on the floor? No? In that case, Darren, you are the chairman.
What's the next bit? Involve some people sometimes. One more year. Okay. Right, item 2 is to accept nominations and to elect the party. Do I have to do the declaration?
Yeah, you have to do your beat, don't you? To be down here.
He hasn't got them with him. I'll sign it in a minute. Right, we've still got elected people anyway. Right, so this is about accepting nominations to elect the vice chairman of the council and to receive the declaration of acceptance of office, which of course we can't do right now. However, so do we have any nominations for vice chair and Morecambe Town Council? Councillor Brown.
I'd like to nominate Councillor Joyce Hanson.
Joyce Hanson, a second. Councillor Whittaker, thank you. Any further nominations from the floor? No? In that case, then Councillor Hanson is elected and opposed and is therefore elected for what the Morecambe office. It's a cruel and unusual game, isn't it? Right, okay. Number 3 is to receive apologies of absence. So on to the clerk on all.
Councillor Brendan Hughes, Councillor Liam Hughes, Councillor Elizabeth Denison, and Councillor Davis.
Thank you, Councillor Davis. And do we have any others? Roger?
Councillor Shirley Burns.
Sure. Right. So we're all at our best. Okay. Thank you very much for that. Right, do we have any declarations of interest? This is where hands start popping up all over the show, isn't it? Claire, declaration of interest.
I will have to leave the room when we discuss planning matters because I sit on the City Council Planning Committee.
Thank you. Same for Ian. June?
Yeah, item 13 is member of the City Council Planning Committee.
Right, okay. Tricia, did you have one?
No.
You're just encouraging people.
Any other declarations? No? Right, marvellous, thank you very much. Go on. Super duper. Right, the next one is to approve the minutes of the meetings of council held on the 19th of April 2008, which you can find in your supporting papers at page 2 to 6. Movement. Councillor Hanson, seconded by Councillor Cosmo, thank you very much. Would anyone like to make any amendments to them or debate? No? Can we move to a vote in that case? And I'll sign them up. All those in favour of accepting them, thank you very much. And just need signing them as such. There we go. Okay, now then. Item 6 is public participation. We've got 2 members of the public in the room. Would either of you like to speak to council on a matter on the agenda for no more than 3 minutes? No? In which case we don't need to adjourn the meeting, we can move on. Item number 7 is the review of the committee structure and committee terms of reference. They're at pages 7 to 15 in your supporting papers, and I'll hand over to the clerk to move the report.
Thank you, Chairman. one of the tasks you need to do at your annual meeting is to review all your arrangements. So the first part of that is we operate by bi-monthly council meetings and committee structure as on page 7. So as a council you need to review that and determine is that physically the best way for us to operate. If you perceive that to be, we also need to review the terms of reference for each committee. So this is the meeting which needs to add or take away from terms of references of the committee for all the committees. I would add that none of our committees have delegated authority to make decisions. All their decisions are effectively recommendations back to this meeting, or unless council determines it way, of course. Which will have to do by resolution at a subsequent meeting. That's the report really. Our committees are, as we all know, our membership is determined on proportional representation. Last year, the council decided to take personnel and complaints out of the calculation so that all groups could be represented on those two committees. A minute from several years ago determined that each group determines who their membership is of each committee outside this meeting. So all you need to review and approve tonight is committee structure, the terms of reference, and it is basically still wish to operate like proportional representation. Thank you.
Okay. Would anyone like to speak to the recommendation?
Yeah, I'd like to move them. I'd just like to question that there are some recommendations coming forward from festivals, and I think one alteration in the finance, but I don't think that actually affects the standing orders or the terms of reference. Do we need to take those now, or do we take them when they come up?
I don't think they do.
Yeah, so we can take them later.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to move them as stands, and our committee places will remain the same as they are now, but I will let you know all the subs.
Thank you.
Seconded. Thank you very much. Seconded by Councillor Ashford. I think we'll hear the same message from here as well. In which case, it's been moved and seconded that we accept them as they are. Can we have a vote on that? All those in favour of moving those? Unanimous. Let's see. We do it then.
We do?
Yeah. Right, next one. Thank you very much. Next one is review of standing orders and finance regulations. Again, report from the clerk. Pages 16 to 22. Any supporting facts?
Again, like the last report, this is something we're required to do by standing orders at this meeting. So page 16 lists items A to N, which will be standing orders which we should review tonight. In the narrative of the report, some of those things have already been dealt with. For instance, insurance you wouldn't review tonight because our policy runs from September to September because of the month that the council was formed in originally. And I've dealt with that in the report. The two main documents to review are your standing orders and your financial regulations, which only this body can change. Took a report to Finance Committee last week because the clerk thought there were several standing orders need to be updated. I thought it would be better to have a debate in a smaller meeting about those, and the Finance Committee has made recommendations to you, which are in their minutes, but as this report's on the agenda, their recommendations effectively the recommendations in this report, both for the financial regulations and the standing orders. Which all those recommendations on page 20 to 22. Also, you are required to review your complaints procedure and your freedom of information policy. If you think the complaint procedure should be changed, put that into the freedom of information policy. There was a problem with the freedom of information policy last year. Everybody in this room knows, following a freedom of information request. Bits of the policy that was slightly incorrect has been updated, and that is okay now. If anybody's not sure, to refer into the freedom of information policy made a reference to members' allowances, but of course we don't have members' allowances, so that is no longer there. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, as you can see, all those recommendations are in there, Trish.
Yeah, could I read recommendations of from 20 to 22?
Thank you very much. And Roger's second. Okay. Would anyone like to debate that? No? Let's move to a vote then. All those in favour of that resolution? That's unanimous again. Thank you. Right. So, we're now on to the reports of committees. So, first is the minutes of the Festival of Events Committee held on the 23rd of April. I'll call on the chair. Councillor Metcalfe to speak to the report.
As Trish said, it was quite a pleasant meeting. We made quite a few alterations or tightening up of the criteria, whichever you want to call it. We asked finance for a provisional budget of 55,000, but that doesn't include the couple of 300 left from last year. Out of the 55, 5 goes to publicity, and there's 9 alterations we made. If anybody's got any questions or want to explain, quite happy to try and do it.
Sorry, yes, I just wondered if I could at this point ask for an additional one if the chair would hopefully accept it. That is, prior to an agenda being produced, an applicant is invited to present their applications to the festival committee, that the chair and members view the applications to check that they comply with the council's criteria. This is to avoid unnecessary stress on David and also wasted time for applicants. It's just so that you can look at before they actually go onto a public agenda to make sure they match the council's criteria is already written down. It's just so if we could add that to the formality to
I'm
that.
quite happy with that.
That's been accepted as a friendly amendment. Fair enough. Right, so that's it. Marvellous. Any other matters that need to be? No?
I'll send the proposal.
And you seconded the proposal as well, even though it's been amended. Wonderful. In which case, we move to all those in favour of the recommendation to the committee. That's unanimous again. Thank you very much indeed, colleagues. Now then, next one is community safety, isn't it? The community safety committee from the 2nd of May. I'll call on the chair, David John Hanson, to present the recommendations of the report.
Good evening. Good evening.
Sorry.
I know it's only joking. I've been I was about to say, Jess said it all. And we had a meeting a couple of weeks ago. And if you have a look, we had a guy called Bob Harrison, who I warned him about going off on one before he came. But he invited me round to his house to see this video. Now, it was bad. So no, it was like that, girl. You want any Trish?
It's CCTV.
And I went to see this video. It wasn't a dirty one, it was a dirty telly, but it wasn't a dirty video. Now, it was a bad video. So I shit, what's in that? Wait till I start with impressions. But, you know, I can't really go into it all, but anyway, the police came. This new policeman, his name is James Martin. Mental cakes. So basically, we were all there, you know, Roger and we saw this video and it was bad. That's actually seems to be breaking in. Now he's been, after seeing the police for over 3 years, not getting anywhere, so I invited him and I said to this new inspector, simply, what are you going to do about it? Nobody's bothered in 3 years. He did 3 years, he nicked, because he clipped one of them. Anyway, Jess just told me he's going to have a meeting next week with him. So that's ongoing. We're going to see what happens. What most of Jess said, I've already said. The only other thing, a couple of things, you might not think this is important, Johnny's texted Mickey at me, about cycling on pavements. It is bad. It is bad for motorists and everybody, it is bad. Now the coppers said that is not illegal to ride on pavement. It is illegal. He said it in, well, I got the proof, black and white. It is illegal. I'm not saying 5-year-old kids, but when you're a grown 25, 30-year-old driving on pavements continuously, not just crossing them, it's bad and people are fed up of it. We said it's up and down the country. But the main one, you try and ring 101, you've got no chance of getting through. Now, I told them about that, didn't I, Margaret?
Yeah.
I told him about that, and he said it's up and down the country. So obviously it doesn't work, does it? No. So what I tell people, ask me anything, ring, give it 10 minutes, and if not, ring 999. So he said, that's for emergencies. I said, but yeah, but what is it for you to say it's an emergency? You know, last next door, like it happened to us, she was terrified, wasn't she? They didn't answer. And they do what you said. Anyway, I won't remove these. And about, consider the thing about, I'm not convinced about this sort of the bus shelter for all kids. I'm not convinced about it, but
With some else.
give them a chance. Because if they don't do it there, they'll do it somewhere else. So I like to move it, please. Okay.
Councillor Dennis has seconded them.
We both have the same doubts about the shelter.
Can you tell us what you said?
I'm not going to tell you what was on the video.
Hold on, I'm just pretending to be quiet for a second.
For a careful consideration, I might tell you what's on.
It's all right, Janice, I saw it before they did. We saw it at one of our council surgeries in the market, constantly.
Right, okay, I fully busted that enough. Okay. Seconds away now. Marvellous. Right. Okay, hold that then. Right, so those recommendations have been moved and seconded. Does anybody want to speak to the recommendations? Speak to them or vote on them? Speak to them, speak.
It's a comment.
Comments?
A comment.
Comment and comment. 3 comments. Yes, please, Doctor.
I will be brief about it, but the business that John raised about people cycling on pavement obviously is what you would see it says so in that report, rather more than I thought I'd said actually, but still. We do feel strongly about it, clearly, but the thing I'm a bit concerned about, rather more than that, was the fact that there was, we got a policeman there saying, we can't do anything about it. And the whole thing just gradually frittered away. But the point I want to make, and I want us all who are on that committee to bear in mind, is that actually that committee is supposed to be there to try and solve problems, not throw up its hands in despair and say, we can't do anything about it. And I didn't really think about that until afterwards. I sat back and listened to what was being said. I want another time, if something like that happens again another time, I should say, look, we don't move in this room until we found a way forward. Because that's what we're in, that's what the purpose of that committee. It's what it's there to do. And I just want to try and remind all committee members of that.
Yeah. Jim and Michelle.
Yes, thank you, Chair. I'm very pleased that the chairman has clarified the position of cycling on the pavements, because when I read this report and Inspector Martin saying that it wasn't illegal, I was quite taken aback because I don't remember it ever being changed from years ago. Yes, and I referred the pedestrian safety and their concerns of the residents there to your committee, and hopefully they will manage it and they will speak to the children in the schools.
It's not the children, it's the grown-ups as well.
It's the adults as well.
Plus, at night time, I asked them a straight question, this is what happened to me, I asked them a straight question. If a motorist hasn't got any lights on, they get done, of course they do. Well, what about a cyclist who's on the pavement, no lights, and on the phone? What are we going to do about that?
Yeah.
So we don't see it, well, they won't see it because they're never there.
Yeah, thank you. And the absence of bells on the bikes is also, to all people.
So with them.
Yeah, again on the issue of cycling on pavements, it is illegal. I'm having on the cycle shop. The amount of people that have come into our shop before, as we go down now, but who were fined by the police for riding on the pavement. So don't give up on that, because it's only the past few years where they've stopped doing that.
But
And
they've
they
said to
do
me,
fine people around here quite a lot.
they've said to us, in the other council inspector before, it's not a priority. If somebody gets knocked over, is that a priority? I think
Would be then.
yes.
Thank you, John.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
It is quite serious. My aunt got knocked over and broke both arms, and she was elderly and frail by somebody cycling on the pavement, so it is fairly serious.
There's videos of those accidents happening.
It's obviously an issue that the council needs to keep going on and
It's the coppers, they're not good at all.
Rita, okay, can we move, we've moved and seconded the recommendations, can we vote on them then?
Yeah.
Thank you very much, thank you. Okay, next item on the agenda is the Community Engagement Grants Committee on the 8th of May, that's in support of at 3644. And I'll ask the Chair to present the recommendations.
Thank you, Chair. So that was my first meeting of 3 of us that we had, so it was a nice and short meeting that we had. And I was a chairperson, so it was very exciting. So you might have to put me straight if I get anything wrong. So we really didn't discuss loads because we thought the pack was actually all right. So there was a couple of things we just want you to consider, which is the Appendix A and Appendix B on point 19, where we didn't even make any changes apart from the number of bank statements we would expect the grants to submit. So it used to have 6 months. We believe that 1 month's worth of bank statements is sufficient. It is under £500, and that will give us a good indication of if it's an ongoing business. So we think 1 month is enough for that. So that was the only amendment on there. The second thing to consider is we're going to run a pupil parliament on the 4th of July. So we'd like as much support. The clerk's going to send out details, but your involvement would be brilliant to make that a great success for the schools in our area. So that's the Wednesday, the 4th of July. And then the last one is also, can you consider any nominations that you want to put forward for the community awards? It was a great event last year, and we really recognised some amazing people, and I think it's really important that we do that again. So David's looking for names and nominations, and then you can do the story to go along with that. I think that's it, is it?
Yeah. Move the round.
Thank you.
Second.
I'll get a member of the committee to second this. Thank you very much. Now we can have questions.
Well done, Debbie. The Pupil Parliament, how many schools have you got involved? Because we had a meeting last November with Mark Woodhead.
Yeah.
So I just wondered how many schools are going to be involved. And do you want those councillors to dress up as a clown? Or do you want...
Hey, hang on.
Or do you want us just...
Mr Tumble, please.
Oh,
Yeah, but you bribed them all with sweets.
I've still got the picture in the project.
Okay.
There's no wrong with a bit of brand.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've answered Councillor Patterson's questions. The invites have gone out to the schools. I didn't respond yet. They only went out the end of last week. So, because this room's not huge, the previous form, as I understand, it's the first 5 schools to come back to us will be coming, because each school's allowed is asked to bring 10 children, pupils, students with them, and the room's going to be quite full. In terms of your second part of your question, I can only be honest, I haven't actually thought about the day yet and exactly how we'll do it, so I can't answer that.
That's all right.
Sorry.
Thank you.
I'd love to be there, but apparently I've just been informed by my local secretary to my left I'm doing something deputy mayor'ish that day, so I can't.
Is that how he's going to start filling up now?
Only you and each year, no?
Yeah, it's actually there's a few that are up for training on the day. It's just come from the City Council today.
Oh,
So yeah, it's advanced chairing. So those have been selected as
I'm
chair.
educated, so I'm not
And a deputy.
Right.
Don't rely on much of them.
Thanks for that update. Right, we've got a proposition that's been moved and seconded. Can we go to a vote unless there's one more debate extensively. That's passed unanimously. Thank you very much for that. The next item is 12, which is finance and management. That's on pages 45 to 82, and as the chair isn't here, I'll ask the vice chair of that committee to move the recommendations and report.
Right, thank you, Chair. It's the usual finance and budget meeting. There's quite a lot of recommendations in this report, so rather than go through all the other stuff, I'll just go straight to the recommendations. Page 48. The Council will be recommended to note and approve the carry forward following committed expenditure as community grants 1,200, unspent element of the Arts Council grant towards street art 2,122, Morecambe and Bloom 1,500, festivals 1,700, station grant 377.78, Bolton Residence Fund £171.91, which totals £7,071.75. The recommendation 2 is to note how the year-end carry-forward items above affect the 2018-19 budget and approve the distribution of the surplus totalling 5,652 as follows: 4,000 towards neighbourhood planning, 1,350 to the room hire budget, £300 towards an audit of the council's data management procedures by the council's internal audit providers, Yorkshire Internal Audit. 3, approve the annual governance and accountability return 2017-18 as signed by the internal auditor and submitted to the committee. Approve the annual statement of accounts, balance sheet and income and expenditure account for 2017 and asset register appendices D and E. That's the first recommendation. Do you want me to take them separate or shall I just go through them? Just go through them, yeah? On the same page, the council be recommended to note and welcome the initial feedback from the internal auditor visit on 4th of May. Continue to pay invoices by cheque, and that all grant recipients, etc., be advised that payments could take up to 2 and 3 weeks to process. Now, that's a little bit of change there, as you may notice. So that's that recommendation. Recommendation on page 50, that council be recommended to approve the following documents as set out in Appendix G. Scope of internal audit, approach to internal audit testing, continuity of business policy. This includes some minor amendments to pages 6 and 7, and the rewording of section 2. Number 2, update the risk management log with the removal of the wording in policy R16 that was no longer applicable and the inclusion of a new policy R19 regarding GDPR, which I'm informed means all your emails and all your stuff has got to be now protected differently. So that's quite a change actually. So that needs to be voted on. Then we go to page 51. That the clerk produces an application form for consideration by council on the 17th of May, embracing the comments made by the members of the committee, and council be recommended to consider this with a view to the application process being opened immediately after the council meeting.
If I stop you right there,
Yeah.
he has done exactly that.
That's it.
Yeah. I would like to talk to us about that very briefly, seeing as you've brought that up as a recommendation.
Right, so you want to do that now, right. So it's just about, yeah. So this is about the general data protection regulations. Oh, right. Well, I didn't got there yet. Oh, the deprivation funding, beg your pardon, yes. Okay, yes. So the clerk has produced a form that people will fill in to to get this criteria and get this funding. Okay?
I emailed this out to people, I think on Monday, so I'm not sure if everybody had a chance to read it or not. I've got a hard copy here, if you want it tonight. Well, I know, well, certainly the Finance Committee was anxious or keen to advertise this as soon as possible. I'm conscious of the time, and this is quite an important form.
Pass them round.
While everybody's reading that, and for those who didn't read the email, I've had one response back from the email, which was from Councillor Brennan, who's not here tonight. He questioned why, on the back page, criteria number 9, C, why the form should say applications are not to fund a political party. I put that in because we have that clause in our small community grant. As a part, I don't think it will be good practice to fund a political party, even if they were doing some work around this. But obviously it's up to the members whether you want that in or you don't. That's the only response I've received back so far.
Can I propose it stays in? If you happen to be like Summer, David and I, we both help on various gardening projects, and Mags and I, and David, Roger and Mags and I do this back alley thing. What we
Don't go there.
Not again. Let's start off again.
Stop there, we agree.
We told all three groups that we cannot be held responsible for any applications. So happens with our three groups that we're involved in, we're all in the same party. Leave it in.
I completely agree. Given that it does, obviously, we wouldn't do it anyway, but it doesn't go without saying. So saying it does us no harm. It's nice and transparent. Thank you for that. Right. Is everybody happy with the form as it stands at the moment? I know the committee did quite a lot of work, wanted it be.
Second, Genesis.
You're seconding that. You're seconding the recommendations.
Yes.
The whole shooting match.
Yes.
Just as far as she's got.
As far as you got. Would you like to do some more as you're going on? Would you like to?
Don't blow it down, Genesis.
No, just saying about the declaration funding. I think Finance and Budget Committee were quite pleased with the initial response that we had from various things. So keep up the good work on that. Right. So we'll change to number 55, which is General Data Protection Regulations. And I don't know if you want me to go through the whole lot on page 52, just from A to E. You can just take that as read, I think. Standing orders and financial regulations review, we've already mentioned, that we resolve that the Council be recommended to review and amend the standing orders and financial regulations as follows. So then we have another complete page on page 53, and we've already done them. So that's good. Right. So that takes us down to R's. Financial regulations, we've done those as well on page 54. The next one on there is the item 57, which is the toilets update. And we were informed that the ACCOT engineering has informed the clerk that they were no longer willing to undertake Legionella risk management in respect to the dome toilets on behalf of the council. So we'll have to find someone else to do that, I presume. We have the council insurers have finally agreed to pay out for the coin box which was stolen, and hopefully the roof will be fixed as we speak. They promised to start it yesterday, so we hope they did. Yeah. So that's just the two recommendations on page 55. Agree that the toilet should not be opened for the 2018 season until the coin box has been installed, the roof replacement works completed, and the outer security gates reinstalled. And to request the clerk to obtain quotations from appropriate companies for the Legionella risk management contract. So that's all I have, Chair.
Right, wonderful. And Councillor Dennis has already seconded all of that.
I've seconded it and you did it very well.
Thank you. So, are there any further questions, matters of debate or anything? No? Right, so we can move to vote on those recommendations, lots and lots of them there are. All those in favour? Wonderful, that's clearly carried. Right, now then, this is the bit where I pause for a second and allow those members of the Planning and Highways Committee to leave the room briefly while we do the Planning and Development Committee minutes. Given what we've already done this evening, I wouldn't go too far. So I'll hand over to David at this point. Over to you.
Thank you. Hopefully it won't be too long. I'll try not to be too long. Can I draw your attention to the meeting that took place on 10th of May, and as detailed started on page 83, and can I draw your attention to page 85 where we looked at some planning applications, went through all of them, and we made one or two recommendations as stated in the minutes, and we had a general cross-party discussion on them and we were in full agreement, so there was nothing contentious, but we did put one or two concerns and observations that will hopefully the City Council will pay attention to. So I'm not going to go through them all in detail, but they're all there for your attention. The next item is bullet point 73, where we looked at the consultation by the City Council on the updated statement of community involvement, and it's quite a detailed document, but one of our members, Councillor John Bates particularly, raised quite rightly some grammatical errors, and these were our main concerns, because if left unchecked and get forward to the government department, they could have a totally different meaning and of course a totally different interpretation. So we're hopefully that they take these on board and take heed on our point, the points we raised in regard to the errors in regard to grammar. I mean, some of them, when pointed out, are quite significant, really. So hopefully they take on board that. Bullet point 74, there's nothing to recommend or vote on, but it's about our relationship with West End allotments, and they are actually having an open day on the 2nd of June between 11 o'clock and 2 p.m. So hopefully that we get members of the community going, but hopefully, do try and get along there and have a look at the work they're doing. They are doing a lot of good work, and if you get a chance to buy any of their produce, it's worth doing. Supporting a local organisation within our community. Going down to bullet point 75, and Morecambe in Bloom, and our clerk's quite rightly given a report on what's been going on, but I just at this stage want to praise the work that Morecambe Bloomers are doing within the town, particularly the projects they're doing, and the community getting involved. It was a great pleasure to go and help them out in near the Morecambe Motel, and congratulate the councillors involved, Councillor Dennison and his wife, and Councillor Mickey Boyd was there, and it was a good morning night. It was a good community exercise. Everyone was friendly, and we worked quite proactively together. So well done, everyone who was involved in that. Thank you.
We have a second at least I get it's on the trigger there. Thank you for that report, David. Yeah, the West End allotments open days, 2nd of June, 11 till 2. I'm going to be privileged enough to open their new garden that they've done incredible work on that day. So that'll be an absolute privilege. I'll get to see what it all feels. So, would anyone like to debate the report? So, no, right, you would talk about that, in which case, all those in favour of the recommendations, that is unanimous for those that are present. And now we can receive our colleagues back. If that's there, we've got to get them.
No, fine.
Incomplete. Told you it wasn't going to be long. Okay. So the next item on the agenda is the community governance report. So I'll hand over to the clerk to speak to that. And one more thing before the last item.
Thank you, Chairman. So the back page of your agenda, page 88. You remember, I think it was in January we were consulting on the community governance review. The council sent some views forward to that. The views that we sent as a council haven't been taken forward as a result of consideration of the review. What has been taken forward are the 3 proposals listed on page 88, which is the creation of a parish council coalition, and 2 issues in the rural areas, which I suspect we're very interested in. So I thought I should bring this because I have been asked questions when this started to come up by some members as to if the Eastern Parish Council was formed, and this is a consultation so you can respond, would that affect Morecambe Town Council in terms of our boundary? Because obviously we have a ward called Eastern North. So if the Eastern Parish Council is formed as per this proposal, that would have no effect on Morecambe Town Council's boundary. Our boundary is sacrosanct, is the right word to use. That's answered the question. I was also asked, a question I might receive is the City Council documentation inferred that their officers were going around door knocking in Heysham to gather interest from residents for the parish council and get the required signatures, etc. I've been asked why were the city doing that when that didn't happen when people in Morecambe wanted to form a parish council. The answer I've received is that because this proposal has come from a community governance review, the City Council are obliged, so we say, to take that on and do that for the residents. Whereas in Morecambe, when that happened in 2009, that was a decision of the local community to do that, but not on the back of a governance review. That's the response I received from the city. Thank you.
Any questions at all? Would anyone like to move the recommendation on page 18 then? Okay, sorry. Okay, do we have a second for that? Oh, Tracy's on. Okay, would anyone like to debate it now? Right. In which case, should we all those in favour of that recommendation? So unanimous again. Thank you. Right now, before we're allowed to escape the formal bit of accepting office that we got to do earlier on. Yeah.
So, I, Darren Clifford, having been elected to the office of Chairman of Morecambe Town Council, declare that I take that office upon myself and will truly and faithfully fulfil the duties of it according to the best of my judgment and ability.
Someone that I'd like for one more minute.
You're not using a letter
And the proper officer has already signed it. Well, now, Janice.
I, Janice Hanson, having been elected to the office of Vice Chairman of Morecambe Town Council, declare that I take the office upon myself and will duly and faithfully fulfil the duties of it according to the best of my judgment and ability.
Yeah. I will go for, but David's got something he needs to update you on personnel, the only thing that remains to say is that the next meeting is on Thursday, is that the 19th? Here, of course, at 7 p.m. Thank you for both your attendance and resilience this evening, and your contributions and collegiateness. So thank you very much. Good night.
You're not mindful, are you?
Use that word all night. There's some mail for you as well.
Very quickly, I was asked, we had a personnel committee last night, and the committee wanted me to update everybody a decision that they made. If you're on the personnel committee, I've got in here your agenda for the next meeting, which is set 2 weeks on Monday. So last night's meeting met to determine the applications for the interim assistant clerk's position, which has been delegated to the committee to resolve. There were 2 applications. The committee decided that basically they couldn't make an appointment before, I do have my major annual leave of the year, that would be pretty pointless in proceeding at this stage, and therefore not to move towards having the interim assistant clerk. And then we're meeting again on the 4th of June to consider the process of filling the vacancy in a normal process.
Okay. So members of that committee, you've got some envelopes to and that's it. That is, as I say.